Welcome. Today, we're diving into one of the most powerful promises you'll find anywhere in ancient scripture. We're in the Bhagavad Gita, where a single divine voice makes a claim so total, so all-encompassing, that it wraps up the entire universe and offers this unbreakable guarantee of salvation to everyone. So let's start with this question, because it really gets to the heart of what we're exploring. Just imagine for a second, a single consciousness declaring itself to be everything, the beginning, the middle, and the end of all that is, was, or ever will be. It's an extraordinary claim, and we're about to unpack it. And there it is, the voice of Krishna, speaking directly. This isn't just a claim to power. It's a statement of complete identity with every single aspect of existence. And just look at the range here, from the cosmic scale of being the master and sustainer, all the way down to this incredibly personal, intimate role of a dear friend.
Okay, so who is the speaker making these immense claims? Well, in this part of the Gita, Krishna is revealing himself not just as some divine being up in the sky, but as the total, all-encompassing reality itself.
This cosmic identity gets broken down into literally every facet of reality. So Krishna is the ancestral source, the father, the mother, and the grandfather. He's the very goal of all our knowledge and the sound of creation itself, Om. He's the force of nature, giving us heat and rain, but he's also this ultimate paradox, embodying both immortality and death, what we can see and what we can't. So the point isn't just that he's in everything, the point is he is everything. All right, so having established this supreme, all-encompassing identity, the text then presents us with a really critical choice. It lays out two very different spiritual paths that lead to two vastly different destinies. And this is where all that big philosophy becomes a super practical guide for life. So the text puts these two approaches side by side. On one hand, you've got the ritual path. Think of it like a transactional system. You perform the right sacrifices, you follow all the rules, and you earn yourself a temporary stay in a heavenly world. But then, look at the devotional path. Its method isn't some complex ritual, it's just focused love. And the reward? It's not a temporary vacation. It is permanent freedom and a promise of direct divine care. Yeah, the big, crucial flaw of that first path is that it's a cycle. It's basically a cosmic treadmill. You do good deeds, you go up, you enjoy the rewards, but eventually your spiritual credit runs out, and boom, you're sent right back to the mortal world to start the whole process over again. You're moving, but you're not actually getting anywhere. So, if that first path is basically a loop, what does the path to real liberation actually look like day to day? How does someone actually practice this devotion that promises so much more? And the answer is it's beautiful in its simplicity. It's not about big, expensive, elaborate rituals. The text makes it crystal clear that the smallest, most humble offering, a single leaf, a flower, even just a little water, is totally accepted if it's given with genuine love. The value isn't in the thing you're offering, it's in the intention, the feeling behind it. And that makes this path accessible to absolutely everyone, no exceptions. This simple idea then expands into a whole life philosophy. See, it's not just about what you offer at an altar, it's about making everything you do an offering. Every meal you eat, every task you perform, it all becomes an act of worship. And when you live like that, you're suddenly freed from the consequences, the karma of your actions, because you're not doing them for yourself anymore. You're doing them for the divine. And this leads us to what is really the emotional and social heart of this entire passage. If this path is so simple and so powerful, who's it for? Who is actually eligible for this ultimate promise? Is there a catch? Well, the answer is maybe the most radical and hopeful statement in the entire Gita. It says your past does not define your spiritual future. Even someone of very evil conduct is instantly considered righteous the very moment they turn with sincere devotion. This is radical stuff because it shifts the entire focus away from a lifetime of adding up good deeds to the incredible power of a single, decisive change of heart. And that inclusivity just completely shatters the social norms of its time. The text explicitly names the very groups that were often marginalized or seen as having less access to spiritual freedom: women, merchants, laborers, those considered of lower birth. The message is just unmistakable. This path completely bypasses social status, wealth, gender, your background. The only qualification needed is a sincere heart. And then comes this thunderous assurance.
It's amazing. Krishna tells Arjuna to declare it for all to hear, to say it boldly, without any hesitation. My devotee never perishes. This isn't just a suggestion. It's not a hope. It is presented as an unbreakable universal law. This is the ultimate promise of protection and salvation.
So, after all these cosmic revelations, these deep philosophies, and these incredibly powerful promises, the passage wraps up with a simple, direct, and really unforgettable instruction. It boils everything we've just talked about down to a clear call to action. And here it is, the entire philosophy distilled into 4 straightforward instructions. 1. Always keep the divine in your mind. 2. Cultivate that relationship of love. 3. Make your actions into offerings. And 4. Surrender with humility. The text promises that for anyone who does this, the ultimate destination is absolutely guaranteed. And we end here. After revealing his entire cosmic nature and laying out the complete path to liberation, Krishna seals his promise with this incredibly personal assurance. What this suggests is that the ultimate force holding the universe together isn't some cold cosmic law, but love. It's a final, powerful reminder that at the very heart of all existence lies this relationship of profound, personal affection. A promise made simply because, as the text says, you are very dear to me.